Hello again! It's me, Bill, aka Divarata, aka Bill's Box of Sound, and all that other fun stuff. Hello YouTubers, hello vinyl community, hello Box of Sound listeners. This is part 4 in my continuing series of Frank Zappa 2012 CD reissues and beyond that. But we left off and we were right around 1984, which is when Frank was really getting into digital and leasing all sorts of stuff and also looking at his back catalog, digitally refurbishing stuff, digitally re-releasing stuff, and CDs were just starting to trickle out at that time. So the next album in our sequence is this one, Francesco Zappa. Now this is music that was not actually composed by Frank, but was composed by a Francesco Zappa, who flourished between the years of, 1763 to 1788. And this is performed by the Barking Pumpkin Digital Gratification Concert, which is actually Frank. And this is the first CD that came out of it. It was on the Barking Pumpkin label. The front looked like this, the back looked like this, and like that. It was subsequently re-released on the Rykodisc label once more, with that generic label there. Sound quality is the same on all copies. It's also the same on the 2012 release, which, because it was the same, I didn't buy it yet again. But if you don't have it and you're a completist, you should buy it. Next up, around 1986, we got a great album from Frank Zappa Meets the Mothers of Prevention. This came out mostly because of the Senate hearings on rock music lyrics and things like that. And Frank appeared at those, as you know, and he made quite a speech and made quite a laughingstock out of Tipper Gore and Senator Hawkins, Senator Hollings, Senator Gore at that time. But this version that came out eventually came out, it came out the same year, 1986. And this has Porn Wars as well as the original album on it. And this is the American version. Original Ryko version. Now, when it came out in Europe, the UMRK digital remix here, on the Zappa Records label, like that, it had Porn Wars as the very first track on it. And then it had the extra songs, Little Beige Sambo, I Don't Even Care. I'm sorry, One Man, One Vote was an extra cut, Little Beige Sambo was not. And HR 2911. The track listing of this was just completely mixed up. And then it came out on Rykodisc again in 95 with this full color cover here. And the track listing was jumbled up yet again, where it had the extra cuts from the European version just mixed in with it. And Porn Wars was the next to last track on it. So that is Frank Zappa Meets the Mothers of Prevention. Now this version that came out in 95 on Rykodisc, with of course that label on it, is exactly the same as the newest one, which came out on Universal. It's the same master because it is from a digital source. Next up is the very first album that came out on CD only, never on vinyl. And it's the one that we're listening to in the background right now. Does Humor Belong in Music? Came out on EMI in Europe. That's what it looked like right there. This is 1 hour from the 1984 tour. Great stuff, including Let's Move to Cleveland. And really, really good recording. Really good mix. But Frank apparently didn't think the mix was good enough. He remastered it again in 93, and the remixed version came out in 95 on Ryko disc with this Cal Schenkel cover, Does Humor Belong in Music? And, once again, the generic CD. The differences with this particular mix are marginal, but the drum solo in Let's Move to Cleveland is longer. So this version ended up being the version that came the standard. The newest version on Universal, I believe, has this cover, but this mix. So go figure. Then, a wonderful album from Frank, Jazz from Hell. Yeah, this had a Grammy nomination for Best Instrumental Rock Song. And on one of the two times that I did talk to Frank, it was just before the Grammy Awards for these year's records came out. And he says, come on, you're giving me a Grammy for Jazz from Hell, the composition Jazz from Hell, the strangest composition on the entire record. This is just a gold watch. And yes, Frank had celebrated 25 years in the music industry at that point. Anyway, this is the first CD that came out on the regular original Ryko label. There's the back of it. And it had a UMRK digital remix with the same music, only slightly different, in Europe on the Zappa Records label. Then it came out again, slightly tweezed, in 1995 on Ryko disc. Same front, same back. And this is the version that stays. The Universal 2012 release is the same as this one. So if you don't already have it, you can safely buy it, because all digital versions are pretty much the same. Frank also put out a sequel to the Shut Up and Play Your Guitar series. We're talking about Guitar. A 2-CD set of recordings mostly from the 84 and 88 tours. Nothing but guitar solos here, and good ones at that. Also came out in an abridged version on vinyl, which I don't have, damn it. It was re-released again in 95. It was the same master, and it's the same master that survives on the 2012 version that came out on Universal. And then the You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore series. Yes, this wonderful series. 6 2-CD sets. All previously unreleased. All live. No overdubs, pretty much. And all put together by Frank in loving fashion. This is the first one. They're all 2 CD sets. And they're all wonderful. So this is the first one that was released. It was re-released in 95 in a slimline case. And then there was a volume 2, which was subtitled The Helsinki Concert. All of this taken from one concert in Helsinki, Finland. This also came out on vinyl in a box set. And for you lucky bastards who have this on vinyl, I love you and hate you at the same time. So, if I ever see a copy of this, I'm going to score that sucker. Anyway, once again, 2 CDs, wonderful stuff. When it was re-released, it was pretty much the same thing, only in a slim line and with, with that picture on the disc. Then came 1988, and the Broadway the Hard Way tour. This album Frank rushed out in time, slightly, for the 1988 presidential election. And this is the original version on Ryko disc. And I've even got my stub for the concert at Cleveland Music Hall. And all versions of this are the same, even though I have a version that was manufactured where? This could have been Netherlands. This is on the APK Barking Pumpkin label. It's just so dark purple I can't read a damn thing on it. But I've got that version for some reason. And then I've got, of course, the 95 version that came out on Rykodisc with that generic CD again. All versions are the same, including the 2012 Universal. Then, 2 more albums from the Broadway the Hard Way tour. Really good ones. This time featuring mostly old Zappa rearrangements. The Best Band You Never Heard in Your Life 2 CD set came out on Barking Pumpkin Records. Really nice design on the CDs for this one. There you go. Then it was re-released in 1995 with Cal Schenkel artwork. All digital versions of this are the same. And I don't think they reused the artwork on the 2012 version. I didn't buy it because it is the same, but I think it's got this artwork again. And then the second 2 CD collection of music from the 88 tour was Make a Jazz Noise Here. Now I have yet another ticket stub from the concert. And this is the original CD label on Barking Pumpkin when this came out. This was via Capitol Records EMI. Then it was re-released. Here's a cover for good. Make a Jazz Noise Here. It was released again with that generic label. 2 CD set, again. All digital versions of this are the same. And then, for this particular flood of CD releases, this thing comes out called Understanding America. A 2 CD set that Frank had prepared. I guess that this was played at something that he spoke at. And this is a very curious, previously unreleased package. This came out for the first time in 2012. 2 CD set. Nice design. And edited by Frank. Almost all this stuff is previously released. It's just a compilation. However, there is a track on here called Porn Wars Deluxe. It's much longer than the original Porn Wars, and it's got pieces and parts of other Frank Zappa compositions in there, including Bowtie Daddy, Sex for Men from Utopia, and some of the versions that are on here are from the badly mastered CD versions. This is a very curious, misunderstood, very easily to be misunderstood package from Frank, an artifact, should I say. And if you are a completist, yeah, it's worth getting. But for most casual Frank Zappa listeners, this is not a great investment. So, this is a new release. This has not been released heretofore in any form. So, that's part 3. I'm sorry, that's part 4. Part 5 will complete the 2012 reissue campaign, but then I'm probably going to also go into other officially released Frank Zappa CDs. So, when I get around to it, and when I feel like it, I'll put that up. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Frank Zappa music, because everybody should listen to Zappa once in a while. Don't you think? Or don't you? Anyway, Mr. Chatterbox just can't keep a secret, and I had a great time. I hope you did too. Catch you later. Bye-bye.